Ronaldo is finished.
He actually really is, yeah.
Hello, football fans. We're back again. We are over halfway through the World Cup now. It's the Dugout. We're on Standout Sport. Luke, how are you, mate? It's been a couple of weeks. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long 2 weeks.
I've heard you've just been stuck in your room watching the World Cup with a box of Kleenex.
This is partially correct. Yeah.
Okay. How many games have you watched, percentage-wise?
I'd say I've watched 85% of the games.
Nice.
Really? Because obviously there was games, the final games, game 3, there was 2 at the same time, so I couldn't obviously watch both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say 85%. When I'm at home, I watch them on the big screen TV. When I'm at work, I got it on my phone.
Big screen TV at home. How
Yeah.
big are we talking?
Oh, big.
You can't call it big screen TV. It's not that big.
It was like 30 inch.
That's not big.
But yeah, no, I've been smashing it out. How about you?
Went on holiday last Wednesday. Up until
Well
then,
done.
I was at 100%. I watch every minute of every game.
Did you watch any out there?
Mate, do you know what? A lot of... I didn't really
You
want
went
to.
Hungary, right?
Yeah.
They love football out there.
Yeah, they do, yeah. It was on a lot. I wasn't really too bothered. I was having too much fun.
Yeah.
But up until I went away, I'd watched every minute of every game. Pretty
Is
much.
that possible? Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Working from home, sometimes, well, not every minute of every game, but it's always on in the background, on mute.
Yeah.
You know.
Should
but,
we?
Mate, a lot of the play
Yeah.
was tragic. Like for the group stage,
Yeah.
a lot of the first halves of every group stage game was terrible.
Yeah, no, honestly.
But as it's got on, it's properly
There was
livened
some
up.
good 0-0s though. There was some tragic 0-0s.
Yeah, bad ones.
Yeah, let's just get that off the bat. I think who were the worst teams, or who was the most disappointing team that you've seen?
Well,
I've got
I
three
wouldn't
in
say
mind.
disappointing because there's some that I wanted to lose,
Yeah.
such as Wales.
Yeah. But Wales are in my top 3 most disappointing teams. Yeah, they were awful. And no, like they were saying like, oh, we had this mad fight back because there was 1-1 game, wasn't it? And they like came back from 1-0 down.
Yeah.
And they scored a penalty.
Yeah.
And they were like, we showed so much heart and desire. It's like you played awful and won a pen.
Yeah, and do you know I didn't want to feel like this way towards Wales.
I don't either.
I didn't, but it's the first World Cup in 56 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't come in here giving it the big un.
Yeah.
And saying that you're going to do England in and all this.
Yeah,
and
and
this,
they're
that,
all
and the
English
other.
anyway.
Yeah, the whole team's English. You had like Kiefer Moore, who's from Devon, saying that he couldn't wait to knock England out. You had, I can't remember the other guy's name, Sol something. He's from West London, saying, "Oh, we don't fear England," and then they're just getting knocked out. But don't even the fans as well. It's like don't like.
All these players.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what I'm trying to say.
All these Wales players who are English.
Yeah.
They're only playing for Wales because they were not good enough in the youth system to play for England.
Yes, the England.
They're not.
England D team.
They don't consider themselves like Welsh through and through.
They wouldn't. They can't even get into England under 21s.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So I don't get why there's this feeling of like
hatred.
Towards maybe it's towards
the
the establishment.
Like, I don't want to hate any of the home nations, but I feel like I have to because I have to sort of return the favour.
Yeah, but it's not. Listen, before the Wales game, right? Everyone's saying, "Oh, it's such a rivalry." It's fucking not. It's not a rivalry. A rivalry is where you have two teams that are evenly matched, going at each other.
I don't know.
A number of times.
Yeah.
Wales being next to England doesn't make it a rivalry at all. It's not. It's a derby.
Okay, so
There's a difference. It's a
there.
local derby. It's like West Ham playing Leyton Orient. It's
Yeah.
not a rivalry, you know. And I think Southgate said it right when they said, "Oh, tell us about the rivalry." And he said, "Well, they're there, and we're here, geographically," and that was it. But like, I
don't get it.
Why would
I do get it.
I was never, not for 1 second,
Yeah.
thought that we were going to lose against Wales. I didn't even ever think we were going to score a goal. They were going to score a goal in the build-up. Well, they're shit. Why would like? But
I think it's similar to West Ham and Tottenham's rivalry. It's like West Ham a lot of Wales in this situation because they care way more than Tottenham do. And they just basically want to create a situation for themselves.
Yeah.
So they like have this massive final day. So if they win, they're like buzzing. But actually, it's not really that big.
But if they lose, it's like, we're only West Ham.
Spurs anyway. They spent all that money. Yeah.
But
it's like Wales. Like you're England. You're in the World Cup every year.
Yeah.
But I just feel like with Wales it's different to Scotland as well because it's like with Scotland I find at least there's a little bit of banter there. It's just a little bit like we've had history. It's like Wales, you just hate us for no reason.
Yeah, yeah.
You're basically the most English country.
But again, I think Scotland sort of, they laugh at themselves a lot more.
Yeah,
they know their shit.
Yeah.
So whereas Wales were like, oh, we've got. It's because they got further than us in the Euros in 2016, and then when we lost to Iceland, they did that fucking stupid video of them all dancing around screaming because England were out. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
But what? And then that started this, like all this stuff now.
Anyways, they're gone. Good riddance.
See you later.
Another team I thought were crap and actually got through with Poland. Like they are.
I watched them earlier today.
They are very disappointing.
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I watched them in the airport. Yeah.
Lewandowski has walked more than any other player in this tournament. Yeah. Because if you watch Poland play in those group stage games, he wouldn't even know he was there. It's not his fault.
They haven't had the ball.
No. When they do, they just hoof it.
But there's no point in him running if they don't have the ball.
But Poland are a weird team though, because if you look at the qualifying group, you look at Poland's results, like they've won like every game, lost like one, maybe drew one, and then they get to the tournament and they are so bad.
Yeah, but that's because the qualifying groups are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like San Marino.
Well, not that easy if you're Italian. Get out.
Last night it was England v Senegal.
Yeah.
What did you think of the game? I'm going to have to ride off you for this one because I missed every single second of the game.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I watched the first half an hour. Hendo's goal went in,
saw
and the plane was literally leaving the tarmac, so I had to go on airplane mode.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, if I left it off airplane mode, how long would it stay on for? Would the plane crash? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Like the 4G does cut out, but
but the plane doesn't crash, does it?
No.
So why do I have to do it?
I don't know. This is a whole different discussion.
Yeah. We'll leave it for another time for our conspiracy podcast. But
first of all, as we mentioned before this started, we're going to talk about England for about 25 minutes here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like that's what all people care about. So
yeah, I'm not bothered.
We're going to go in. And how am I feeling? I'm feeling fucking fantastic.
Hang on, before we've got a lot of Ronaldo fans. Sorry, we got a lot of Ronaldo fans, so don't worry, we will do 5 minutes on Ronaldo and how he's disgraced himself in this World Cup. But yeah, Karen, go for it.
So basically, I'm pretty happy, and I feel like the World Cup has just started for England because now I haven't been that nervous, but now I am shitting myself.
Really?
France are the best team in the tournament, I think. And then England are second, so that's why it's like a final. This is
where it's different, right? I have not been nervous at all for any game, and it doesn't feel like a World Cup like tournament to me because we've had 2 tournaments where we've played shit team after shit team and got knocked out by the first good team we faced.
Yeah.
Because of that experience of those last 2 tournaments, it's now not a new experience anymore.
The experience of losing to
the experience of beating shit teams and then losing to the first good one. Yeah. So if we beat France, then I'll get excited.
Yeah.
However, at the moment, I'm toying with the idea of watching it at home because I do think we're going to get battered.
No, I don't think there's a chance we get battered. I think we can lose easily, but I don't think we'll get battered.
Mate, it's making me a bit like bipolar. Like 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, we're going to get battered. And the next, I'm like, look at it on paper. We've got our whole squad's better than that.
I know. It's actually it's emotional.
Mbappe, obviously,
it's emotional. But like, I am shitting it. But I'm actually not just shitting it. I'm excited. I'm just excited for the day because if you win that game, it's fucking historic. It's bigger than the Germany game. It's bigger than the. Well, that's the only fucking big game we've had in the last 8 years.
Yeah. We need to talk Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Does he play the next game for you?
Yeah, well, so after the Wales game, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I was like, absolutely not. He's not playing a single game again. Yeah. He presses well and stuff like that, but he was just playing blind passes behind the back.
He spoons them over the
Henderson. That highlights clip of him against Croatia where he just plays the ball to no one.
About 50 times.
Yeah, and like every time the ball's about literally 20 metres away from anyone.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of that, and I was like, why are you doing this, Jordan? You're disgracing yourself. And then he comes back with a goal. So he doesn't score goals. Yeah. And then when he scored, I was like, yes, get in there, Kane. And then I saw him lips in Jude Bellingham, and I was like, fucking hell, it was Jordan Henderson. Fair play. That was a cultured finish.
So, you know, when we were drawing to the USA?
Yeah. That was scary.
That was one of my lowest England moments.
No.
We were drawing 0-0 against USA. We'd hardly had a shot. Southgate's obviously been on the touchline. He's watched the game for about 65 minutes with his own eyes. And he's gone, this game needs Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
And he's thrown him on. And I think I think I watched this one at home, but I can imagine the collective groans across every
It
pub.
was intense. Yeah.
However, no one's groaning anymore, mate.
No.
He scored a goal, and that in football, that's all that is needed for people to forget about how shit you've been.
Also, having Henderson in the team, because the only other replacement for Henderson would be Calvin Phillips, who I think played well when he came on, but I'm not playing him, or Mount. And then if Mount plays, Bellingham's not playing attacking. And I feel right now, Bellingham's our Mbappe in 2018. He's the guy who's going to make a difference for us.
Bellingham's been incredible, I've got to say.
But do you play the same formation against France?
I can't. Well, yeah, because who else are you going to play?
We always expected before the tournament that against big teams and big games,
Play five at the back. I don't think.
Will he dish it out?
Why would you do that?
I don't think he'll do it. I think he's actually proving everyone wrong this time, Gareth, because he's picked like Maddison. He put in Foden when the fans start groaning. He actually he's not listening, but he understands. You know what I mean? He sees when someone needs to play.
Maybe that's just him getting better as a manager. You think?
Yeah, I
maybe.
think so. And also, this is his last. This is going to be his last tournament, I think, unless he wins it. Which
Why?
I think he.
Is it,
I think he's already said that.
Did he
He's
say
probably
that?
going to walk. Yeah.
This is also a thing. Like international managers, they don't really get fired, do they?
No,
They just leave.
No, yeah, they just leave. Yeah, because it's sort of like you know when your time's done. You have a project, and if your project fails, then you're done.
Hand on heart, not your head. What's the score going to be? England v France.
I think it's going to be 1-1.
Yeah,
and we're going to win on pens. What?
That's your hand on. That's like
my
your. That's
hand
your.
on
Right,
heart.
that's your dream scenario. Yeah.
That's not my dream scenario. That's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. I think it's going to be in a cagey affair, and I think that Kyle Walker
You'd be waiting a while.
is going to pocket.
It's not on
Mbappe.
tomorrow. It's on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, sorry. But,
it's 5 days away from tomorrow.
But I think, Mbappe's going to get pocketed by Kyle Walker, because also, if you were going to choose any right back in the world to mark Mbappe, it's Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Pace, power, experience.
I was going to go with my heart, but I'm going to go with my head. And I can't see anything else in England winning 6-0. We're the top scorers in the tournament, mate. We're going to absolutely batter them. So mate, where were they in the Euros? We were in the final. Where were they? They didn't even get to the second round, did they?
Are you expecting a Brazil type capitulation?
I just don't think France will turn up. I don't think they fancy it. Look, I know Mbappe's been just scoring goals for fun, but it's not that good, is it?
No, he's not. He's no Stuart.
I mean, he's like a slow Raheem Sterling.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to think like that. And since I started just talking like that just now, it's made me excited.
No, to be fair, actually, I know what, winning by pens excites me as well. Because my favourite England game is the Colombia game, because I just loved winning on pens. It's so brutal, and I know we lost on pens in the final, but to beat someone on pens, it's just in your face.
I don't really want to watch a penalty shootout.
It's horrible, but it makes you feel something.
Who take your penalties?
Mate,
if we're going to win on pens, who's going to take
Kane.
What, first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rashford, Saka, Pickford. I genuinely would have. I would love Pickford to just leather one. That would be a dream for me. And then number 5, I'll go for Rice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like he could step up.
I'll go Maguire first.
I think he could do it. He's on mad. He's got
great
mad confidence right now.
He's great. Yeah, and also he's already been to the lowest of the low in his career. So not been there before. He doesn't really care.
Do you take back your thoughts on Maguire before the tournament?
No, not whatsoever. No, because as I said before, international football's a lot slower, and that's why he plays so well.
Yeah.
in international football.
Do you think there'll be a revival?
By the way, he gave the ball away at 2 shocking moments yesterday when Senegal got through twice. You don't remember because you were smashed. Trust me. This is what I find out. For the whole of the Euros last year, I wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
Right, so I was having chats with my mates and they were like, oh, we were so good in that game. And it's like, we were fucking shit. You just had 9 pints. People just don't watch the game. They're standing the other way at the bar. They're just walking around. Sometimes we win 1-0, but we're terrible.
Yeah. There was one because someone asked me the other day. It was who was in England's World Cup group? And I literally was
Yeah, it was
Panama.
Panama.
And then that was the only.
That was
team
me.
I
I asked you.
Yeah. Who was the other team? It was a 0-0.
You drunk now?
Was it Croatia? We drew 0-0 to them.
No, Belgium. Belgium. We lost to, and we beat Tunisia 2-1.
That game was like I was actually celebrating Belgium winning. I was kind of a bit gutted because we looked terrible. But it was a brand new team.
Yeah.
Anyways,
How good is Jude Bellingham?
I think he can go to the very top.
Yeah. I mean, you don't fucking need me to tell you how good Jude Bellingham is. He's better
But
than
you
me.
do
that's
need
for
me.
sure.
You do need me.
Yeah,
to
we do
tell
need you. You've got status in the game, in the professional game.
Yeah, I know people.
So is Jude Bellingham good?
Yeah,
he's quite good, isn't he?
he's a very good player. But yeah, honestly, everyone's been talking about it. But he obviously is class. But it's just annoying because
why don't we not talk about that? Because obviously it's pretty obvious if you're performing really well in the World Cup that you're quite good.
Yeah.
Let's think about where the hell is he going to go?
This is the thing, because I'm a Liverpool fan and I thought we might have him in the bag, but now after this World Cup, everyone's going to want him. He's probably added a 50% surcharge to his already very high
surcharge. Uber.
Because I think he was probably worth about 100 million, and I reckon now he's about 150.
Really?
And I think everyone's saying that he's going to be the best midfielder of all time.
So he's going to Saudi then.
He's going to Al Qatar.
Going PSG.
Yeah.
He's going to whoever's going to afford
I think he will end up at either Madrid, Liverpool or City.
Why would he? I see a lot of this as well. That he's going to Liverpool, but why? Why would he go to Liverpool?
I don't know. He just seems to. First of all, he's good mates with a lot of the Liverpool players. I think he likes Klopp's way of playing, and also
classic deluded Liverpool fan.
There's no smoke without fire. Like there's obviously.
All right. Well, he's going to West Ham then.
He's a Liverpool fan as well. He loves Gerrard.
Mate, he's best mates with Mark Noble. Declan Rice, he's best mates with.
Mark Noble doesn't even play for West Ham anymore. He's like a black cab driver.
He plays Fortnite with Paolo Di Canio. Trust me, he's going to West Ham.
Yeah, he's annoying because he's just like he's everything that like your mum wants you to be when you're an adult, and he's 19.
That's depressing.
Yeah, I know it is.
Can we move on?
That's why he annoys me, because it's just like he's too perfect, too good, too mature.
What's been the worst moment of the World Cup so far for you?
Worst, as in what? Oh, for me it was.
What's pissed you off?
So, what's pissed me off was going to the pub for the USA game, getting so hyped up because we knew if we won that, and then not scoring a goal, not having that release.
Mate, do you know what? I'm really killing it. I'm just picking the best games. Right, always go out for the first game. Always. You always go to the pub.
Yeah.
Have a few beers, get smashed as you like, because it's the first game. Doesn't matter who you're playing.
Yeah.
For instance, we played around. We won 6-2. Great, good time. Second game, you got to play it tactically. Nowadays for England, the World Cup is an endurance event when it comes to drinking. Mm-hmm. You can't just go to the pub every single game. Yeah. You have to play it smart, because come think of it, gets to the semi-finals, you've got no money left.
Yeah, I spent 100 quid yesterday on Sunday.
There you go.
I was only out for like 4 hours.
On a Sunday in a game that we were obviously going to win. It's pointless.
I know. But it was
the USA game, I stayed in, I watched it at home, and I felt so fucking high and mighty over everyone that had gone out and watched it at the pub. Yeah, also, can we talk about... I'm seeing clips from places like Box Park.
Yeah.
Which honestly looks like hell on earth. To me right now.
I think so, yeah, because it's just sort of it's the clientele, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm seeing videos of people like buying a pint, asking for a pint of water, so they have something to throw when
they throw water.
And then, or I'm seeing people like in the celebration start, look around, pick a pint up and throw it. That is forcing it.
Yeah, that is forcing
Back
it.
in the day, when all this started, it was your beer was just in your hand, and it's just a reaction. So your pint goes everywhere. You don't look around and pick a bit. It's just force. It's faking it.
Yeah.
It's faking it for social media. Everyone just wants to be seen having such a fun time. They're forgetting that they don't even like football, really.
It's like anything. It was like at the last World Cup, it was cool, because it was like almost a new thing, and people were actually doing it, and people were actually feeling like it was summer, like, I don't care, pour beer on me, I'm boiling hot.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's freezing, and it's like
it doesn't even dry.
Yeah, and like it's not natural anymore.
Yeah.
Saying this, I did throw a pint. I threw a pint yesterday.
But was it in your hand first of all?
It was already in my hand, and it was glass, so I didn't throw the glass. I didn't throw the thing. But I had when I looked down and I had the perfect.
No,
amount,
do you know what?
About that much.
The only thing that would save you there is if you'd thrown the glass itself. that means you're a hardcore fan.
And I remember as well because I threw it, and I threw it in a good way. It's like you go like that, and then right at the end, flick of the wrist, so it's like a spray. It's like a mist.
Get the
and
release.
It just went all over these two girls who were just sat on these stools, and they didn't really want to be there.
Did they have
anyway.
England shirts on?
No, they had like big jackets on and scarves and stuff. It was good, and it is fun throwing them, obviously. And I was doing it more in a
It's probably
sense.
look, I get it. It's probably the only time you're really going to get to throw a pint without getting knocked out.
And also, exactly, because now next game, it's not a guarantee we're going to score against France, so that might be the last.
So you've got your pint thrown out the way.
Yeah,
So I've
done
child.
it now. But if
you got it done.
If we score against France, I'm going fucking ballistic. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Even just thinking about it now is making me a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saka and Foden on the wings. I mean, it must be.
I think so.
I'm just trusting Southgate now.
I think so, purely because, well, one, Raheem Sterling's not even in the country anymore. He's in England. Rashford is an incredible substitute.
Yeah.
He's a good starter, but he's an incredible substitute. And to be honest, I don't really care because like all our wingers are hitting form at the right time. You just got to be happy because your wingers are the ones who can make impact off the bench, and like Grealish and stuff.
I feel like the wingers now know that when Kane drops deep, they need to come into the middle and collect the ball.
Mate, I'm not
get on the end of the
passes.
passes.
It's actually a good time to be an England fan because I know I'm biased, but I would say where we look like the best team in the tournament. I don't think we are, but we look like the best team. We're not watching the Brazil game right now. They might complete. They're winning 4-0, so they're pretty good as well. But
we don't know ball.
Yeah, to be fair, I was kind of writing off Brazil a little. Not writing them off, but I just don't find them like world-beating team. I'm looking at like people like Rafinha and stuff, and I'm like, he's good. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but
and like sort of Argentina, for example, like it's literally just the Messi show, isn't it?
Yeah. Even
like, did you watch the game against Australia?
But I think even Messi can go up a level. Like he can be better than that.
Yeah, he was in the second half. He was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It was literally like you're watching him 10 years ago.
Yeah, no,
it was
good.
so good.
I loved it. The way that he's pinged that ball in as well. Followed his run. I love that goal.
It's just that was vintage Messi.
Vintage Messi,
and
creating
obviously
and finishing.
This is now creating the debate to end all debates between Messi and Ronaldo.
I don't think it's
who's the GOAT.
Yet.
If there was any doubt or debate anyway, Ronaldo is finished.
He actually really is. Yeah.
It's just sad. It's kind of sad to see it in this like world stage that he's trying to nick goals off his teammates.
I was just about to talk about this because when you said what's the worst moment of the tournament, it was probably the fact that first of all he missed a header. That was fine. It was just that for days after that there was still debate about whether he headed the ball.
He's forced the Portuguese FA to like
review it.
Yeah, like challenge FIFA on it or whatever.
Because he probably felt a little bit of gust of wind brush his hair.
Like it just gives such an insecure vibe.
Yeah,
it just must be like no, I scored. It was definitely my goal. I won it. It's like, mate, what's wrong with you? Just relax. Be happy for your team, mate. You got 2 goals.
Just score your pens.
Like there is. I don't think he must not have known that there's the ultra edge sensor inside the ball. I think he's fallen out with the manager as well of Portugal.
Has he fallen out with the manager?
Well, there's speculation that he's not going to start the next game.
Speculation. I would love to know what's true and what's not because I know about half of it's true.
Well, apparently he got subbed off against South Korea, and apparently his behaviour on the bench was less than desirable, which is a story I think we heard before.
I just think,
but apparently it's Man United that making all that mistake.
He should be grateful because like. Portugal have a genuine.
He just needs to shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Just shut up, mate. You're embarrassing yourself.
Portugal have a good team. Like they could win it.
I could have thought he was the GOAT. I could have, but these last 4 weeks, he's behaved like a child, mate.
Yeah.
So it's over for me.
Yeah.
Debate gone.
Especially when you got like that guy Liao, who is killing it.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He's killing it this year, and he's on the bench. And Ronaldo feels
this is
like he just because he gets subbed off for someone who's killing it when he's doing nothing. He's angry.
Imagine how you'd feel if you were Leao.
Yeah, we don't even know if this is true. It's probably not.
No,
true.
but I've been reported that.
But who, Daily Mail?
Well, basically the same way that all England fans kick off when someone's playing.
Yeah.
Apparently, half the Portuguese fans don't want
Anyways,
to play.
my personal opinion is that if Portugal want to win the tournament, he doesn't start.
No way. He just has to. He has to be like last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd bring him on. Obviously, I'd bring him on every game. Like he's Ronaldo.
But would he come on?
Well, he should. Yes, you can't win tournaments on your own.
Yeah.
Piers Morgan also seems to think he's his agent now. Because he was like, all these rumours about him moving to this Qatari club aren't true. It's like, cheers, Piers. Like, how does he know? Is he in contact with Ronaldo in that way? Does Ronaldo talk about his contract?
No, he definitely fucking doesn't. No, I think Piers Morgan's just trying to make it look like he does.
He's just a beg. It's like with the Meghan Markle situation. He just wants to be his friend so bad.
Also, on Twitter, there's so many people that say that have like Ronaldo fan accounts, and claim that Ronaldo is the GOAT. Right?
Yeah.
I think that they're all bots.
Created by Ronaldo.
Yeah, paid for by him.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
It's easy to do, mate.
Yeah.
Russian media.
Because we got hit by some CR7 fanboys.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah. They were like, "This is why you'll never amount to nothing in life," and Ronaldo's achieved so much. It's like, cheers.
Yeah.
Portugal versus Switzerland. Portugal have to win that. That should be a strong part for them.
Yeah, Switzerland aren't a bad team. They're not a bad team. They're hard to beat. They're definitely hard to beat.
You look at the players that Portugal have got.
Yeah,
that should be. It should be a walk in the park.
I think Portugal will do well. I actually think they might. They've on that side of the draw. They have a good chance of making it to the
England
final.
v Switzerland. What do you think? What do you expect?
England win.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think Portugal will win. And who's the other game tomorrow?
I don't know.
It's Morocco. It's Spain.
Spain. Yeah.
Morocco look half decent actually.
Morocco will win that game.
Yeah, I'll
put my neck on the line.
Spain are the weird one. I think with Spain with Morata up top, I think is dangerous. I don't like when they have Ferran Torres there because it's sort of, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to do the stuff they did in the past when they had actually amazing players like Fabregas and stuff like that. But I think Morata actually is looking quite confident.
I say this every international tournament. I always get slated for it. I love Morata. I think he's incredible.
I
genuinely think that Morata is the best header of a football I've ever seen.
He's good.
Mate, if you look at his headed goals on YouTube, whatever, it's incredible. Yeah. Like just the technique. I
feel a very similar way about Giroud. I love him.
Really?
I've loved him since he was at Arsenal. Because I used to love that Arsenal fans hated him as
You're
well.
the only person that did.
He's the only guy scoring your goals. And then like, no, play Lacazette. Lacazette's one of the biggest disappointments in France's history. Yeah. He was supposed to be like the next Benzema, the next Trezeguet. And he just became the next Lacazette.
What about when they lost the war?
What? Who?
France.
Oh yeah, that's
a bit more disappointing than Lacazette.
Yeah, probably,
maybe,
probably pretty.
But okay, so what's the other? We got Netherlands versus
Argentina.
Who you got?
I think both of them have a lot to prove.
You can't say both of them.
No, both of them have a lot to prove because I don't think either of them shone. But I would say Argentina. I think.
Yeah.
Netherlands have never played a game. I haven't seen them have a good performance yet. Like, well, I'm gone. That was class.
They scored an incredible goal against the USA.
It was a nice goal, yeah.
And Depay's back.
Goal. Depay's back, which is massive.
He could be. Or it could just be USA.
Yeah.
But who knows? Well, I'd like to think in my dream world, Messi would score a hat trick in that game.
I really want that. Honestly, I want that more than anything.
He was feeding Martinez. And he's just missing sitters.
Do you realise we're basically Messi fanboys, like the way we talk? Yeah. But all commentators
I'm just saying what I see.
Yeah,
mate.
And also all pundits are the same. They all
I'm not a fanboy. I don't have like a Messi fan account on a burner on my phone. Well, I might make one.
Yeah. France played yesterday against Poland. Mbappe looks half decent, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was in the airport. I was in the sports bar, and there was like 50 screens with the same game on, and then there were a load of French fans, but Mbappe scored those 2 goals, and they were just like, "Wee." Yes.
He is.
Oui, oui.
Do you think
It
he's
wasn't
better?
really over the top celebrations. I think they're just really numb to it now. It's like City turning up and beating Norwich 8-0.
Do you think he's better than Haaland and Mbappe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just do.
He creates more, I suppose. But
He's scoring goals at World Cup, mate.
yeah, well,
Haaland's not.
Haaland is like he's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
You always
He's
say
just
that.
been-
You always say
been-
Haaland. It's
Isn't
Haaland.
Haaland.
Yeah,
Haaland.
not Haaland.
Haaland. I don't know. Anyway, he's not even there.
Are France better with Giroud as opposed to Benzema?
Yes,
Evidently.
I haven't really seen Benzema play for France, but I think Giroud is. He makes Mbappe a better player.
If you win the World Cup with Giroud up front, I think you're pretty set.
Yeah,
You can't really-
exactly. And he's
can't really
top
drop
goal
him,
scorer.
can you?
He's beaten Henry, Trezeguet, Platini, Lacazette. All these players, I think he's class. He's a good finisher. He's good at the air.
Yaya
He's good at holding
Sanogo.
the ball up. He's incredible at holding the ball up, actually. You feed the ball to Giroud, he's keeping it. And also, anything around the near post, anything across the goal line, you back him. The finish against Poland was good. All three finishes in that game were mad.
I feel like Giroud is like continental Andy Carroll.
Yeah. But way better, obviously, because he's continental.
Yeah, because he's from France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's probably grown up. He's probably grown up on a better
let's get
diet.
him right. Like Andy Carroll's basically just Kiefer Moore.
Yeah, it would be extra 10%.
Yeah, exactly, and a ponytail.
So Brazil v Croatia, who's gonna win?
Yeah, Brazil, but Croatia have been weird. Like at points, they look really good when they get past it and they get moving. But they're also old men and they are quite leggy. But they've got a whole week to rest now, though, so maybe that will help their old bodies to recover. And come out fighting. I don't know. They're good. They're experienced.
That sounds like a really sensible answer.
Yeah,
Really well thought.
But you're going to
thought through.
go otherwise. I think.
I think Brazil absolutely smash them.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Croatia
been awful.
What's the score? Is it gone to 5 yet? No. Anyway, but they're doing quite well.
We've got Neymar back in action after seemingly breaking his ankle like last week.
Yeah.
He's back. They're 4-0 up at half time. Roy Keane is just going off on one about Brazilian dancing. What was he saying?
I think he was just calling it a disgrace or something like that. Like you can't be doing that at 1-0 up.
He did say that about the Senegal fans singing and dancing as well. He was like, "Oh, it's annoying." He said it's annoying. He wishes they'd shut up.
No, the Senegal fans, they're the ones who had the paint on their chest.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Best fans so far.
No, also talking about my favourite chant so far. It's called soccer. I love it. I actually can't get it out of my head. I can't lie.
Oh my!
I know everyone hates it, but I kind of love it.
God. Are you on Twitter much nowadays?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate! I log on there, and after like 20 seconds, I'm like, why do I even go on this? I literally I just read arguments and get myself riled up.
But that's fun.
And
as
most of
well.
them have been Americans.
Yeah.
Like claiming, one claiming soccer is called soccer.
Yeah.
2 claiming that soccer is shit and boring because no one ever scores. And 3 saying that if the USA put all their money into it, we'd win the World Cup every single freaking year, dude. But we focus on basketball and NFL and sports that freaking matter. So get it right.
Yeah, but
And it's just none of it's true.
no, exactly. When they played England, it was a fucking battlefield on Twitter.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like I've seen people go real low.
Yeah, it went a bit too far.
It went dark. They're talking about America though. Obviously, the next World Cup is in USA, Mexico, and Canada. I think they're going to be ready. Mexico won because they were dog. They were terrible this tournament, and Canada were exciting. They were actually I like watching Canada because they either looked really exciting and attacking, or they just got banged.
Exciting in the way that they didn't have any defence. They just attacked.
But that's what I love.
It's sort of like Leeds under Bielsa.
My favourite team so far, who just got knocked out today on pens, Japan. I loved them because it was like they're all so small and they were just running about full pet, beating everyone in the air. They were like Duracell bunnies. They were all they've just had a fucking stick up their ass and they've just gone out and gone mental. I loved it.
So you're a fan of high energy football.
High energy, and also their kit is always really nice.
The kit was amazing. Yeah.
and they had a few.
They've really let
good
themselves
hairdos.
down in that game. I'm sorry, they'll be gutted.
They will.
They
be
should have won
gutted.
that.
They
They
should
should have won
Croatia,
that
I
like
think,
3-0.
because they were playing well. They beat Germany and Spain. Like, they'll be happy, obviously, because they now, no matter what they do in life, they can always tell their grandkids they beat Germany and Spain. I think so with Belgium. I think there's a lot more news to come out that hasn't already come out. Yeah,
I think, to be honest, if I've got to say, I think Belgium deserve it.
yeah, they're terrible.
I think any team with that crop of players that puts Roberto Martinez as the manager, they deserve everything they get.
He did win the FA Cup with Wigan.
Yeah, so that means he can win the World Cup.
No, it doesn't.
No,
yeah.
exactly.
But from what I heard, or someone told me in a pub, so it's obviously very reliable source.
Did he sell you
a lot
estate?
of there's like Belgium. There's players in the Belgium team who have never spoken to each other.
Yeah, like Courtois and
Yeah,
De Bruyne.
Courtois, and that makes sense, obviously. But I think it was like Batshuayi and Lukaku or something like that. Like they just don't talk to each other. If you sit next to them, they won't talk to each other. Like there's like a lot of fighting.
I could see that. I could see that. I think if I was in the Belgian team, I don't think I'd talk to Lukaku.
Yeah,
Courtois and who?
and Kevin De Bruyne, because
Yeah.
Courtois took his missus.
Is it?
Yeah, ages ago, like when they were young.
Long time ago.
But yeah, like I would have thought the otherwise, because it's like this is their golden generation. I thought they would have been like happy as Larry. Like, look what we've got. Look at the talent we have, and we're Belgium. But it's actually the opposite. They're just like miserable.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty desperate place to be.
They were
Do you know,
terrible.
they should. Imagine if they were Ronaldo in the dressing room.
Yeah, that'd be even worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. But another team really disappointing. Actually, I forgot about Uruguay. Everyone's like they're going to score the most goals. They're going to do this. They've got the best strikers. They've got Nunez.
They
They
don't have
didn't
the best-
score in
they
2
don't have the best
games.
stri- They had Suarez and Cavani with like
They're
both like 40.
I like.
They had Darwin Núñez.
I like
It's just a nut job.
Yeah,
How is that equate to goals? Who's going to lift the
big
World
games.
Cup?
England. I believe England. Will
If
do
not
it.
England, who's going to win the World Cup?
France. Whoever wins that game.
If not
Saturday.
France, who's going to win the World Cup?
Portugal. Yeah,
That's rogue.
yeah, that is rogue, but I think they're strong.
Mate, if Portugal won the World Cup, if Portugal won the World Cup, I'll never watch football again, ever, mate. Oh, that would kill me.
What? Just Ronaldo.
Just Ronaldo, mate. Ronaldo lifting the World Cup. Oh my God,
yeah, no. It would end the debate, wouldn't
that
it?
means I'll get my Messi Twitter fanboy account would get torn to shreds.
Yeah, because they always can just post a picture of him listening to the World Cup. like.
Yeah. I got
The one thing
three
I
World
do
Cup,
hope
mate.
for, and I think we'll get, is that we have a final where it's a European team versus a South American team, because I feel like that is the World Cup, when you've got 2 different continents battling out, mainly them 2.
I think it's like 10 out of 12 of the last finalists have been European.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and no South
Something
American
like-
teams
something.
won it in 20 years since Fat Ronaldo. If he's
That's really bad. That is really bad. You think it's bad that we haven't won the World Cup in since 1966? 20 years for Brazil is much worse.
Yeah, probably. Actually,
They'll be itching.
that's
for
their
it,
bread
mate.
and butter.
This Christmas, we are teaming up with Commentary Charts, a company run by Clive Tyldesley, England commentary legend, and Radio 1 DJ Chris Stark, who actually is also on the Peter Crouch podcast.
Yes.
Who actually take a lot of our ideas, but we'll save that for another day. Anyway, Luke is actually modelling one of the commentary charts now. He's gone for Derby County versus Queen's Park Rangers. Now, if you don't know what these are, Clive Tyldesley has obviously been commentating for decades. One of the, probably, in my opinion, one of the legends of the game.
Been on FIFA.
Been on FIFA, Champions
Clive
League.
fucking Tyldesley. If you're listening to this, you know who he is.
Yeah, you know he is. Yeah. So he started a company where he basically is selling his notes from big games, and it makes sort of the perfect Christmas present for anyone who's got a team related to it. So Luke, it's just basically explain what you got.
I'm not a QPR fan, nor a Derby fan. So clearly this is a present. It's a present for my father. No, but genuinely, it's an ideal present for a football fan or like a dad, because dads are quite hard to buy for in general.
Yeah.
So if you just get them something which has their football team on it, a momentous day.
Yeah, he's going to love that.
It costs what? It's like 20 to 50 quid.
And then what
Perfect price range.
So basically, it's got a list of all the players on it here.
Yeah.
The play, and it's got extensive notes.
And if anyone remembers this game, it's the game where Bobby Zamora came off the bench and scored with their only shot on target, which I learnt from reading this chart.
I've gone for this one. I've gone for a very famous game. I've gone for Champions League final 2005. AC Milan versus Liverpool. Now, I am not an AC Milan fan, nor am I a Liverpool fan, but I've got it from my mum. She's a big Liverpool fan, and I remember watching this game with her. So it's this game holds a special place in both our hearts.
In a lot of people's hearts.
Mate, yeah. It's amazing, probably the best game ever. And here's an example of some of the notes. We've got number 11, Hernan Crespo. One of the notes here says, 0 goals in 7 weeks. Chelsea pay half his wages. First final, semi-final, last 3 years.
And then he scored 2.
Extensive. Yeah, exactly. So this is a great, she's going to love this. Honestly, she's going to absolutely love this. Because she always talks about this game, literally every time I see her. So it's just a brilliant thing. And they've got games for everyone. Clive's done so many games over the years that any team you support, he's probably been to one, and it's probably on the website. Yeah. The website is www.commentarycharts.com. So if you do want to get one of these commentary charts for anyone you know, your family, your friends, anyone that's a big fan of a football club, get on the website, have a browse, and we've got something even better. We've got a 10% off code. It's if you go to the site, type in SOS-10-off at the checkout, you can get 10% off there, courtesy of Standout Sport, and you can find all the information under the post. Merry Christmas. Right, so we've covered a lot of that episode. I think we've sort of discovered that England are probably going to win the World Cup. Yeah. Next time we'll be on it, we will be celebrating. Especially when we stuff France. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're on Spotify, please hit the download button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on TikTok, drop us a comment. But just leave us some hate. Cheers, lads.